Hey everybody! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a topic that I get asked about all the time, how to make someone miss you, or as we like to call it on the show, the art of ignoring women. Now before you hit that unsubscribe button, just hear me out. This isn't about being mean or playing games. It's about understanding the psychology behind attraction and giving someone the space they need to realize what they're missing. It's like that old saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it was probably going to eat all your cereal anyway. Let's do this. Chapter 1. Set boundaries. First things first, we gotta talk about boundaries. It's like having a fence around your emotional garden. You get to decide who you let in and who you'd rather just wave to from the porch. Setting boundaries is all about knowing your worth, what you will and won't tolerate. It's like ordering a pizza. You wouldn't just let them throw any toppings on there, would you? The point is, you deserve to be with someone who respects your space and your time. So don't be afraid to put up that fence, or in this case, those boundaries. Chapter 2. Focus on yourself. Okay, this next one is my favorite. Focus on yourself. Now is the time to explore your hobbies, learn something new, travel to that place you've always dreamed of. The more you invest in yourself, the more confident and attractive you become. And who knows, you might even discover a hidden talent. Chapter 3. Limit communication. Alright, this next one can be a little tricky, but trust me on this. Limit communication. Now, I'm not saying you should ghost the poor woman or anything. Just pump the brakes a little on the texting, the calling, the carrier pigeon deliveries. Think of it like a delicious piece of cake. If you eat the whole thing at once, you're gonna get a stomachache, right? Give her a chance to miss you, to wonder what you're up to. A little mystery never hurt anyone, right? Chapter 4. Be busy, but not too busy. Here's the thing. Everyone loves a busy person. It makes you seem important, like you've got places to be and people to see. And you know what? You do. You've got to go grocery shopping, do your laundry, maybe finally organize that junk drawer. But here's the key. You want to be genuinely busy, not pretending to text someone while secretly hoping she notices you busy. So take that dance class, join that book club, start training for that marathon you've always talked about. Just don't forget to schedule in some me time too. Chapter 5. Avoid over-complimenting. Okay, listen up fellas, because this is important. Avoid over-complimenting. Look, I love a good compliment as much as the next gal, but there can be too much of a good thing. Think of it like salt. A little bit enhances the flavor, but too much, and it's just overwhelming. Showering someone with compliments can actually have the opposite effect. It can make you seem insincere, even desperate. Instead, focus on giving genuine compliments when you really mean them. It will mean so much more to her that way. Chapter 6. Keep conversations short. Now I know what you're thinking. Ellen, you talk for a living. How can you tell us to keep conversations short? And you'd be right, I do love a good chat. But when it comes to this whole ignoring thing, sometimes less is more. Think of your conversations like a perfectly tailored suit. Keep your conversations engaging, but don't be afraid to excuse yourself when it's time. Leave her wanting more. Chapter 7. Don't always be available. Alright, let's talk about availability. Remember that whole playing hard to get thing? Well, there's a reason why it's a classic. If you're always available at her beck and call, it can make you seem, well, a little too eager, like you're just sitting by the phone, waiting for it to ring. So next time she asks you out, don't be afraid to say you've already got plans. Even if those plans involve sweatpants and catching up on your favorite Netflix show. Chapter 8. Prioritize your goals. You know that dream you have? The one where you're finally pursuing your passions and living your best life? Don't let anything get in the way of that. Especially not a woman you're trying to ignore. When you're focused and driven, it shows. It's like a giant neon sign above your head that says, I'm going places, with or without you, so go out there and crush those goals. Chapter 9. Stay calm and composed. Alright, this next one is all about keeping your cool. Even if you're feeling like a nervous wreck on the inside, it's important to stay calm and composed on the outside. Think of it like this. You're James Bond, and you've just walked into a high-stakes poker game. Chapter 10. Be confident. Confidence is key, my friends. It's like wearing an invisible crown that says, "I'm awesome," and I know it. When you believe in yourself, it shows. And when you don't, well, that shows too. Remember, you're one of a kind, a shining star, a limited edition human being. Chapter 11. Avoid emotional reactions. Here's the thing about emotions, they're messy. They're like glitter. Once they're out there, it's hard to get rid of them. So when you're trying to ignore someone, the last thing you want to do is give them a front row seat to your emotional roller coaster. If you feel yourself getting angry, frustrated, or, heaven forbid, sappy, take a step back. Take a deep breath, count to 10, and channel your inner Zen master. Chapter 12. Focus on nonverbal cues. You know what they say, actions speak louder than words. And nowhere is that truer than in the world of nonverbal communication. Are you leaning in when you talk to her? Are you making eye contact? Are you subconsciously mirroring her body language? These little things might seem insignificant, but they can send a powerful message. So pay attention to your body language. Keep it neutral, keep it cool, and keep it from betraying your true feelings. Chapter 13. Be independent. There's nothing more attractive than someone who's comfortable in their own skin, someone who doesn't need anyone to complete them, someone who can go to the movies alone and actually enjoy it. Being independent means having your own life, your own interests, your own friends. And it means not relying on someone else for your happiness. So go out there and do your own thing, because at the end of the day, the only person you can truly rely on is yourself. Chapter 14. Limit social media interaction. Social media, the land of perfectly curated lives and carefully constructed personas. It's a dangerous place, especially when you're trying to ignore someone. Because let's be honest, it's way too easy to get sucked into the vortex of stalking their profiles, analyzing their every post, and driving yourself crazy with speculation. So do yourself a favor and limit your social media interaction. Trust me, your mental health will thank you. Chapter 15. Don't seek validation. Here's the thing. You are not a contestant on a dating show. You don't need someone else's approval to feel good about yourself. Seeking validation from others is like building your self-esteem on rented land. It's unstable, it's unreliable, and it's only a matter of time before it crumbles beneath you. So stop looking for external validation and start looking within. Chapter 16. Be mysterious. Remember that whole James Bond analogy from earlier? Well, it applies here too. A little mystery can go a long way in the game of attraction. It's like reading a good book. You want to keep turning the pages to find out what happens next. So don't be afraid to hold back a little. Don't reveal everything about yourself all at once. Let her wonder. Let her be curious. Let her imagination run wild. Chapter 17. Avoid gossip. Listen, gossip is like a virus. It spreads quickly, it's hard to contain, and it can do some serious damage. And when you're trying to ignore someone, the last thing you want to do is engage in gossip about them. So the next time someone tries to drag you into a conversation about the woman you're trying to ignore, politely excuse yourself. Chapter 18. Stay true to yourself. This one's important, folks. In the midst of all this ignoring and strategizing, it's easy to lose sight of who you are and what you stand for. But here's the thing. The only way to attract the right person is to be yourself. Your authentic, genuine, perfectly imperfect self. So don't try to be someone you're not. Chapter 19. Practice patience. Rome wasn't built in a day, my friends. and neither is a successful relationship, or a successful ignoring campaign. The point is, good things take time, so be patient. Don't expect results overnight. Just trust the process and enjoy the ride. And who knows, you might even surprise yourself with your own resilience and ability to let go. Chapter 20. Reflect on your actions. Okay, last but not least, it's time for a little introspection. Take some time to reflect on your actions and their impact. Are you being respectful of her feelings? Are you being true to yourself? Are you handling the situation with grace and maturity? Well, there you have it. 20 tips on how to master the art of ignoring women. I hope you found these tips helpful, or at the very least entertaining. Remember, this is all in good fun. Relationships should be about love, respect, and a whole lot of laughter. But at the end of the day, the most important thing is to be true to yourself and your feelings. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more relationship advice from yours truly.